in a school in St. Paul, and I needed a co-trainer. And I asked my wife, she wasn't my wife then, obviously, to come and co-train with me. And after the co-training, I said, oh man, we really, we was really clicking. That thing was hitting. I told her, I took her to lunch. I'm paying her now. I'm the contractor, right? And I'm paying for her time, and I'm saying, but wow, I don't mind paying this, And I took her to lunch. I said, okay, well, sweetie, I didn't say sweetie, but I was very professional. And I said, what do you think? What did you think about our training? What were your thoughts? Right? And she said, I thought I was going to get up out of my seat and run over and jump in your arms. I'm like, what are you talking about? We debriefing this training here, right? And this is Dr. Price. I'm saying, well, she wasn't Dr. Price then. She was.
Yes, I was.
I said, no. I'm talking about the training. The training. How did you feel about the training? She said, did you hear what I said? She peeked over them glasses. She said, I thought I was going to get out of my seat and run over and jump in your arms. And then I looked at her again, and then I said, oh, this is that one thing. And man, we've been together ever since that time and traveled the world together. And I don't think we're done with that part of it yet. But I want to give you all, my wife, my better half, the love of my life, the doctor, Dr. Verna Cornelia Price. Give her a hand.
How are you?
And right after she comes, Jesse's going to come and share with you about his experience. Hey,
how are you?
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, I've been around the world and back.
Yeah, I bet. Me too.
In an hour and a half.
Yeah, me too. Trust me. Yeah.
Good morning. How are you all this morning? Good. You're good. All right. Where's your paper and pencil? Paper and pencil. I'm a professor, so get your stuff out. How are you, sir? You all right? That's good. In the back table, I see you too. Good to see you. Get your paper and pencil out. Today's date is
get your
April 16th.
Take some notes from me. So I'll be back, and then we'll break at noon.
Hey, ladies.
Give Jesse something to eat.
This is the lady crew over here. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Jesse comes at what time?
Paper and pencil. Does everyone have Brother Tyrus's
bring
information
Jesse
written
first.
down?
Right
You're
after
good?
that, then we can go for a long break.
Everyone's good? You got this information?
Hey, boy. Good to see you.
To get someone's cell number is a big deal.
Thanks for coming.
Especially someone who's a resourceful person. It's a big deal. Everyone doesn't give you their cell number. They may give you their website. They may tell you, to call their front desk, but they don't give you the direct cell number. So get this number and call as needed. Okay, everyone's got paper and pencil. Today's date is April 16th. Okay, everyone's got this now. I'm going to erase it. Hi, Alejandra. How are you? Yeah? You're having a good week? That's good. Everyone's got the number. I'm just circling the airport here. Circling the airport. I'm about to land. All right. It's going off. Ready? All right. Okay. What is this up here? Leo's already there. Oh, they're already there? Okay, we're going to take it because it's not ours. If it ain't yours, don't take it. We'll put it right here. We can put it back up there. All right. So this is a pop quiz. You've been with a master teacher, right? Brother Shane Martin Price is a master teacher. My name is Dr. Verna Cornelia Price. Okay. And when you're a master teacher, you take notes because there radically change your life. And I don't know why you came here. I really don't. But here's what. Calling. Okay, this is not a job for us. You couldn't pay me enough to do this work. It's not a job. This is a calling. That means that before the foundations of the earth were conceived, before your mother even knew that she was going to sleep with your daddy, whether you know him or don't know him, before any destined to. Now I'm just hoping, because you look like you're really a smart person, and you look like you really should be in college instead of prison. Am I correct? Yeah? So I know that I'm called to be here with you. So I'm just hoping that, and it's not just a $50 gift certificate, that you can go sell to somebody for $45 cash to go get your next hit. I'm just hoping it's not. And don't think we don't know all the games. And that's what they are. They're simply games. That's all they are. And you can play the system if you want to. You can keep on going to these programs and getting over the $50 and still stay stuck. Say stuck. Right? So here's what you could do. So this is the problem right there. This is you. You need to get beyond the problem and go here. But here's what you're doing. You're going to keep going around that same thing over and over again. Over and over again. You've been here for 5 years. Some of you have been here for 10 years. Some of you have been here for 20 years. You've been going around the same problem over and over again. Raise your hand if I'm talking to anyone in this room. Thank you. I'm glad I'm in the right place. Okay? So here's my job, and Brother Shane's job, master teacher, is to get you to either go around it, to go over it, or to kick it out of the way and go through it. Now the question is, what you gonna do? Huh? But here's the hard work. Okay? If I could do it for you, because I know that your life was never intended for what you went through. You weren't supposed to go through it. It was never meant for you. You hear what I'm saying? It was never supposed to happen that way. So what I want for you and for Tyrus and for all the 6,000 people who have gone through our program, close it into 7,000. I want you to get this and do your work. Because I've already done my work. I've already done my work. On your paper, please write these 3 words. Please write them. The 3 words are, do my work. Do my work. So today, I'm just going to give you one thing that you can use to do your work. And this thing that you can use is going to get you not only through what you're going through, around, over, but it can be used anywhere and everywhere you go. It can be used at work. It can be used at home. It can be used with your children. It can be used with your spouses. It can be used to get to your next level. It is what you will need to move you forward, no matter where you are. Now, what I'm going to teach you, I teach the corporate executives, right? And when I show up as a corporate executive, teaching corporate executives, right? My standard fee is about $350 an hour. An hour. And if you're really a corporation that really got it going on, it's more like $500 an hour. An hour talk for a corporation for me is about $25,000. 1 hour. How did I get there? I got there with exactly what I'm going to teach you about. Because here's what you need to know, sir. There ain't nobody got any extra special nothing. I don't have nothing extra special than you do, sir. Nothing. The only difference between me and you is that, we look a little different. We're different skin color. Maybe our hair is different. But exactly what's in me isn't exactly what's in you. Exactly. Which is why I know I can talk to you, because I'm not talking to this package. This is all this stuff is. It's just the package. And see, we get all messed up. Because we somehow think that your package is what makes you. Your package is not what makes you. What's inside of your package is what makes you. Say it with me, please. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. Say, I am more than my package. 1, 2, 3.
I am more than my package.
Look at the person next to you and say, you need to get over my package. Just tell them.
You need to get over my package.
You got to know that. Because we get it all messed up. Right? What is the best way to get a young man to follow a sophisticated gang leader? What's the best way to do it? Huh? It's simpler than that. It's even simpler than that. Just dress up. Just look good. Put your bling on. Show up in a car that you really own. You just stole it last night, but it's new. It looks good. Huh? Because we're attracted to the physical. We're attracted to the stuff. What I'm teaching you has nothing to do with your stuff. So get over that, no matter where you are. If you're in a homeless shelter at night and shopping at Salvation Army, doesn't matter. If you can go to the most finest places in the doesn't. This has nothing to do with that. This is about what's inside of you. Okay? So you got two parts. You got the outside, you got the inside. I'm talking about what's on the inside. And the inside of you is called your what? You all should know this. The 5 parts of self. You can't answer. Well, Sergeant, you cannot answer the questions. You are a student. You know that. What's the inside of you called? Your spiritual self. And in the 5 parts of self, have you gotten the 5 parts of self? Good. What's the core called?
Soul, spirit.
And what's that core? The what? Thank you. What's your name? Jabrice? Thank you very much. The Ba. So your Ba is your soul, your spirit. It's the unseen part of you. I can see that, you look the way you look, you have the hair, you have the tattoos or whatever, the shoes, I can see all that. But what I can't see is your Ba until I learn to see it. And because I have learned to see the Ba of people, I can communicate with anyone, anywhere in the world. Because I quickly get over all this and get to who you really are. Right? So we're going to talk about your Ba. And specifically one thing in your Ba that I want you to know about. So draw this circle, it's your Ba. Your Ba has 4 things. The first thing it has is purpose. Purpose answers the question what? What question does purpose answer in your life? Purpose. What? Why? It's the question why. The question of why am I here? Why am I here? And at some point you're going to have to answer that question. Why am I here? Why am I here in this time of life? You're going to answer the question, what is my life really about? Why was I even given a life? And you know that you are scientifically, you are impossible to make again. You cannot be made again. So the possibility of that sperm and that egg connecting is we can't, it's just scientifically, you cannot even prove it. Right? You're impossible to make again. So you must have come for a purpose. You must be here. And your purpose in life was never for you to be hurt, for you to be harmed, for you to go through crisis, for you to be traumatized, for you to be imprisoned. That was never in your purpose. Now, the question becomes, how will you use all of these life lessons to still do your purpose? How will you use all of the lessons you've learned in life? And you've learned a few. I hope you have. How will you use all those lessons, sir, to still accomplish your purpose in life? To still do what you're called to do? How will you use those lessons? So there's purpose. The next thing in your ba is time. Everyone gets 24 hours. The question is, how do you use your 24 hours? Everyone gets 24 hours. I'm telling you, there's no one gets extra special. I get 24 hours a day. The question is, how do I use my 24 hours a day? Jesse, you got 24 hours. That's it. So did I. Now in 24 hours, I earned $1 million contract. What did you do in 24 hours? In 24 hours, I went and rescued my daughter off the streets. What did you do in 24 hours? In 24 hours, I went to work, legal work, made legal money, have a legal bank account, have a legal banker. 24 hours. In 24 hours, I walked away from a domestic violence situation, decided I wasn't going to be beat one more day. In 24 hours. What did you do in 24 hours? You got 24 hours. That's a lot of time. Right? So do you know why we don't like marijuana? I'm sure my husband has said this. You know why we don't like marijuana? You know why?
Makes you forget about, makes you careless.
It does what?
Takes you time.
It's the big L. It's the big L. It's the big L. It makes you what? Lazy. And if you are lazy, what you gonna get done? Oh. Huh? You just hanging out. Huh? Hanging at the crib. Meanwhile, your brain cells are drying up. And after a while, you just become plain stupid. That's it. You're now a weed zombie. You can't think no more. You can't figure things out anymore. You can't quick react and make things happen. You can't even solve nothing. Why? Because your brain is what? Right? You got to take care of your brain. You need it for those 24 hours to fulfill your purpose. Get clear in your mind. Get clear. Get it out of you. Clear up your mind so you can do what you need to do in life. And you got some stuff to do. I can tell you're smart. You got some stuff to do with your life. Why give it away to a substance? What a waste. What a waste of a brain. What a waste of a life. Huh? Well, it relaxes me. Yeah, no, it does relax you. Relax you straight down to stupidhood. You don't want to go to work? You don't want to think? You're just lazy now. So why don't we like marijuana and weed? Why don't we like any drugs? Why? Because it steals away your time, which steals away your purpose, which steals away your life. Simple formula. So I want to help you figure out. Time. How many hours do you get? Please write in your notebook, what am I doing with my 24 hours? What am I doing with my 24 hours? I can help you structure your 24 hours. I can help you think about it, but you got to do it. What am I doing with my 24 hours? Alejandra is about to graduate from college. She's got all these papers to do. So Alejandra, protect your 24 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have grants to do, things that I got to make sure I get done. I got to protect my 24 hours. Okay? Purpose answers the question, why? Purpose answers the question, you have 24 and you have to protect your, so that you can get to your, very good. All right. The third thing in your ba is called your birthright. You've talked about this, correct? You've talked about your birthright? What is it? What is your birthright? You have 4 of them. What are they? I am what?
Lovable.
Lovable is 1.
Important.
Important is 2. Someone said important. I've got that. Someone said valuable.
Powerful.
And the last one is powerful. Good. Have you written those down in your book?
Yeah.
If you haven't, please do so. So here's my question to you. I'm talking about helping you to protect your life and helping you to become amazing and helping you to become successful. Question for you. Before I ask a question, let's just repeat our birthright. Okay? And before the birthright, I just want you to say when I was born. Just repeat after me. When I was born, I was born valuable.
I was born valuable.
When I was born,
When I was born,
I was born important.
I was born important.
When I was born,
When I was born,
I was born lovable.
I was born lovable.
And when I was born,
When I was born,
I was born extremely powerful.
I was born extremely powerful.
Okay? So here's an easy way to remember this. That you are a loved, lovable, VIP, valuable, important, powerful person. I am a loved VIP, valuable, important, and powerful person. So this is your birthright. Now, in this birthright, you have something called power. So the fourth part of your ba is your personal power. That's what I want to talk about. Okay? It is your personal power. Now, personal power carries some rules to it. Sir, you were gone for a long time.
Yeah, I was on a phone call.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what you missed. Right here. Start right here. Your ba has 4 parts. Number 1 is your purpose. In class, purpose answers the question, why? Why are you here? Why were you born? Okay, what are you supposed to be doing in life? And in your ba, you have also time. And everyone has 24
Hours.
And the question is, how are you going to use your 24 hours? In your ba, you have a birthright. And in your birthright, you are a loved VIP. You are lovable, you are valuable, you are important, and you are a powerful person, a loved VIP. Okay? Now we're going to talk about personal power. This here, I'm going to put big stars here. This is the key, right here. If you get nothing else, get this. This is the secret sauce to all of it. Okay? It's called personal power. First rule in personal power is that you were born powerful. Okay? So I want you to write this. I was born with power. Write that in your notebook. I was born. Ma'am, do you want a notebook? You can certainly have one. Would you like one? You sure? Okay, all right. I was born with power. So, regardless of your birth situation, and we all had one, right? Regardless of how you came into the world. And let me just tell you, none of us got a say in how we came. None of us. If your mother wanted you or didn't want you, you didn't have a say. If your parents had money or didn't have money, you didn't have a say. If your parents were there or not there, if your parents left you on the sidewalk, you did not have a say. However, whatever your situation was, here's what you need to know. When you came out of that birth canal, no matter where you were, no matter what was going on with your mama, what was going on with your daddy, no matter what was the situation, when you came out loaded with power. You need to know that. And it is the secret that is kept from us for a lifetime. You can go a lifetime without realizing how powerful you are. But when you were born with power. Now, our society has socialized us that because of our situations, and how many of you got some situations in your life? I got some in mine. See, I'm talking situations, right? Like your mama didn't know what she was going to do. She didn't know who the daddy was. You know? What was going on? Some of your mamas might have been, she might have took a hit, cracked up right before she had the baby. Some of your mamas were drunk when she had you. Situations. We all have them. Look at your neighbor and say, we all got situations. And then look at the other neighbor and say, so get over it. Here's what I'm saying. Situations are going to always be there. It has nothing to do with your power. Hey, Lloyd. You were born with it. You were born with it. This is important. Because when you were born with something, that means it's a non-negotiable. That means it's in you. That means I can't ever get it out of you. It's in you. Like no matter what happened to you, that thing is in you, Jesse. It's there. It's just right there. And guess what? It's in you waiting to be used. It's right here. It's right here. It's waiting to be used. And the minute that you learn how to use it, and let me tell you, when I found out about personal power for myself, I'm like, I'm going to use this for the rest of my life. I'm going to use it for the rest of my life. I'm going to use it to build a business. I'm going to use it to have a happy marriage. I'm going to use it to have a good family. I'm going to use it to be happy and healthy and whole. I'm going to use it to be tall and beautiful and stay beautiful and stronger longer all the time. I'm going to use it. Right? Because I have it. So I'm going to put your hand on your heart for a second. And I'll say 1, 2, 3, and we'll all say together, I was born with power. 1, 2, 3. I was born with power. Now, some of you don't actually believe it. This is the first time you've ever heard this. And somehow you thought that somebody else was powerful. When the truth of the matter is, it was you all along. 1, 2, 3. Now, I want you to say it again. Would you please stand up? I want you to get this thing, because you got to get this thing from your head, because your head will mess with you. You start thinking about, he hurt me, she hurt me, I've been blah, 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 blah. Get over your head. Get to your heart. Move, because sometimes your heart and your feelings will get you too. You start feeling stuff. Oh, feel well. Power has nothing to do with your feelings. Nothing. Move beyond your feelings. And then you move down into your soul, into your spirit. That's where you are untouchable and unstoppable. That's where it is. And when you move there, you got to move all the way through. So when I think about power, I think about head all the way down to toe. Like powerful, whoosh, throughout. Like just scan me, and you're going to find power in every cell, every vessel is going to ooze right through me. Why? Because I got that stuff like that. And guess what? So do you. Which is why I'm not special. Here's what I told the Lord. When I got a revelation of this, I said, I will teach this revelation to ducks if I need to. If people don't listen to me, I will teach it to the ducks. You hear me? I will teach it to the squirrels in my yard. You hear what I'm saying? Because it is such a revelation. So I want you to say it like you have it, like you know it. Okay? I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and you're going to say, I was born with power. 1, 2, 3. I was born with power. Oh, now you're starting to get close now. You're starting to kind of get close. Some of you actually felt it for a minute there. Like, oh, yeah. Yours is coming. Yours is coming. 1, 2, 3.
I was born with power.
Oh, look at your neighbor and say, I was born with power. Just
I was born with power.
look at the other neighbor and say, dude, and with a little like attitude, like, did you know that I was born with power?
Did you know I was born with power?
All right, go ahead and have a seat. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Okay. So let's talk about what this thing is. Very, very quickly. I was born with power. So what is your power? Your power is your ability. Say ability. Okay? I don't care what your teachers told you in school. I don't care what your professors told you in college. You are an intelligent, brilliant person with ability. Okay? You have the ability. You can learn this. You can learn a new skill. You can. You have the ability. You are a smart person. You have ability. So your power is your ability, and everyone has it. Okay? Everyone has it. Your ability to do what? Make a decision. Your power is your ability to make a decision. You made a decision to come here today. You made a decision to show up. You made a decision to sign up for the class. You made a decision. Now, here's the big decision. What exactly do you want for your life for real? No more games. Like, what do you want for your life for real? Do you know why Tyrus is where he's at today? When Tyrus got a hold of this teaching in 2010, Tyrus made a decision. Say decision. You got to make a decision. And once you make that decision, and what is decision? Decision actually creates momentum. Okay? It actually puts in place, it's like it puts in place a structure in which you are going to operate your life. So you make a decision. Now you have some momentum. Now you have some structure. Because what is going to give you the structure? The decision. And then once you get that structure, now you start what? Operating. And then once you start operating, life starts to do what? Shift. So before you were over here, because you didn't know that you... Okay. Raise your hand. How many of you found yourself in the place where you are because you were simply with subtractors and dividers? Sure. Question. Who made the decision for you to be with subtractors and dividers? You did. If you were the subtractor and divider, you were probably attracting them. Because we attract who we are. I'm working on attracting millionaires. I got a good handful of them in my life. Right? You attract who you are. I have a whole bunch of friends who are professors. Why? I'm a college professor. I have a whole bunch of friends who are entrepreneurs. Why? I'm an entrepreneur. Right? Interestingly, I have a lot of friends who are tall, cinnamon brown, African American women. Why? Because that's what I look like. I'm like, you attract who you are. So when I was a subtractor, and there was a time when I was a subtractor, guess who I was attracting in my life? A whole bunch of them. And they were all smart, because I was a smart subtractor. Right? It wasn't like I was a subtractor who knew some stuff. The decision. The question is, what is your decision? And you must decide, class, you must decide that the past is over. You gotta make a decision that the past is over. It's done now. Whatever happened is done now. You only need one thing from your past. Listen very carefully. You only need one thing from your past. It doesn't matter what your past was like, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. You only need one thing from your past. Tell me what it is. The lesson. That's all. All you need is the lesson. All you need from your past is the lesson. But most people don't look at their past because their past is so painful. If you're going to get beyond your past, you have to have a good, long look at it. And you have to ask yourself the question, what happened? And be for real with it. Right? If your mother, was a prostitute, that's what happened. She taught you how to be a prostitute. If your daddy was a pimp, then that's what happened. He taught you how to be a pimp. That's what happened. There's no judgment here. No judgment. Just the reality. Just the reality. So you look at the reality of it and say, now, what actually happened? Do you know why most people don't change? Because they never look at the reality. And when you don't look at the reality, guess what you do? Guess what you do when you don't look at your realities? Even worse than that. When you don't look at your realities to get those lessons, guess what happened? Oh, you repeat them over and over and over and over. You go around, it's the same thing. Okay? Your family was messed up, you're messed up. You have children, your children are messed up. This. You went to prison, they went to prison. Prison. Poverty. Da. Cycle. And it's unbreakable without personal power. Because at some point, you have to say, I am done with this. Please write on your paper, I am done with, and then draw a line. Jesse, I am setting this up so good for you. All right. Yes, it's going to be great. I am done with, and then draw a line. Now I want you to put your answer in that line. What are you done with? What are you done with? What are you done with? Huh? But there's always one core. There's one core. There's always one core. There's one core that actually connects to everything else. If you've been abandoned, abandonment becomes your core. So as a result, you go looking for love in the wrong places. So as a result, you try to please people. So you do this. You'll take a bullet for somebody. Why? Because someone said, I accept you. But the real issue is abandonment. What's in your blank? I am done with what? Someone tell me, what are you done with? What are you done with? You done with humanity? You done with having negative people in your life?
People, period.
You're done with people, period. Well, you can't exist without people.
I'm gonna live off the grid. What you mean?
Oh, well, you can live off the grid, but even off the grid, there's going to be someone who you're going to need.
What humanity means?
So humanity means human beings, right? So living off the grid, you literally cannot live without people because you're a people yourself.
And we share the same DNA as trees, if you didn't know.
Right? So you're a people yourself. Huh? Yes. Huh? You can have a tree house, but there will always be humanity there because you will be there. And unless you deal with the real deal, and the reason why you're saying humanity is because somebody hurt you real bad.
You gotta go back to rules.
I don't know. But what I want you to do is to drill down to what is it that you are done with.
That's so good.
Huh? What is it? What is it? And that's a whole other session, but I want you thinking about that.
So we don't gotta write it down here.
I want you to write it down. If you know what it is, write it down. If you don't, well, I want you to think about it. So, to get to making a decision, you have to say, I'm done with something. And you have to get over your past to make a decision. What is this class about? This class is about you getting to your next level in life. And you cannot do that without a decision. When it comes right down to it, we're going to recommend you for employment. But I can tell you, we're not recommending anybody who hasn't made a decision. And we will know who's made decisions to change their lives. Because whatever it is that happened over there, it'll happen in the employment area also. right? Because we will repeat that. Personal power. I was born with
Power.
I was born with power. And power is my ability to make a decision. Now comes the part where most of us stop. You make a decision, now you have to take action. With action, the question is, what will you do now? What will you do now? Alex made a decision that he was going to change his life. He took an action. He came to this class. He made another decision. He's going to get employment. He took an action. When you have your graduation on Friday, you come looking good. You come with a decision that you want to be employed. You come willing to have a conversation with someone. You come willing to be honest. So when your employer says to you, well, tell me about your past, tell them. You got to tell them everything. But be for real. So you know what? I have been to prison. I am an ex-felon. But guess what? I'm looking for a second chance. And I'm asking you to give me a second chance. And when you say that, they'll do it. Because they're just looking for someone to be honest and to say, here's what the deal is. And I just want a second chance. And when you give me a second chance, I know how to work hard. I'm a smart person. I understand how powerful I am. And I'm going to bring that to bear on whatever it is I'm doing in your company. And I appreciate you hiring me. Here's my cell number. Call me on Monday and let me know that I can come on in to do my papers. You hear what I'm saying? So once you make that decision, now it's time to take action. Once you make the decision, now it's time for you to take action. And the question with action is, what will you do when? Now. What will you do when? Now. You make a decision to give away drugs. So when you go outside in the parking lot, some of you have some people waiting for you in the parking lot with a hit. Huh? Just waiting for you to come on out there so they can slide up on you and give you something and take you right back to right back around that same, yes. We are here to break that thing off of you. That's why I'm here. And people say, Dr. Verna, you're kind of strong. I am strong. You know why? Because I have seen too much. Jesse, you know how many prisons I've been into? You know how many black and brown people I have seen up in these up in these places, these penitentiaries, prison, the workhouse. Smart people. There's no reason why you should be there. So I made a decision. If I have a conversation with you, it's going to be real, it's going to be raw, and you learn from it, and you get it, and put it in, and it works. Now, I was born with power, and power is my ability to make a decision. When I make a decision, I get some momentum and some structure to learn how to operate my life. Now it's time to take action. What will I do now? I'm going to stop there because your lunch is here, and Jesse's going to give his success story. But I want to know. I want to know what you're going to do now. When I see you on Friday, I expect you to be looking good. Sharp, because you're smart. With $1 million handshake. Like, yes, a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
Like you are here for business. Real business. Because nobody's playing with you no more. Those games are over. And here's what I want. I want your past to be over too. I don't want you to ever go through what you have been through ever again. Break through it. Get to that next level. And use your power to do so. Now there's 4 rules of power. I only gave you one, that you were born with it. The second rule is no one has more power than you. No one. I don't. My husband, nope. We don't have more power than you. We just learn how to use ours. The third rule, listen carefully. No one can take your power, but you can give it away. Please write this down. Stop giving away my power. You've been giving away your power to substances. You've been giving away your power to systems. You've been giving away your power to people. You let people make decisions for you. You've been giving away your power. You've been giving away your power over and over again. Stop giving away your power. Number 4, rule of personal power. Is when you use your power, you start taking action, guess what you get? Momentum. You take another, you get momentum. You get more momentum, and that momentum starts shifting your life. And I'm going to see you 6 months from now. You're going to look differently. You're going to have a different story. You're going to be employed. You're going to be doing great. And you're going to come and tell us a story about it. Right? Just like Jesse. First time I met Jesse, he was nodding off. Because he came in high. Nodding off. Right? Different story today. Because he made a decision. He made a decision. Because he knows that he was born with power, which is his ability to make a decision. And when he made that decision, he started getting some momentum. And then he got some structure. And then he learned how to operate his life. And now he's taking action. All right. All right, class. I will see you all on Friday for graduation. All right? Make it happen. Okay? I'll sign your books then too, if you've read them. And I can tell if you've read the book, because I'm going to look through if you wrote anything in your book. Hello. Hola. Hola. You don't write in books. This book was designed for you to write in. I'm a professor, and you know what? I wrote it for you to write in it because it becomes a part of your life. And don't give it away once you write in it, though, because it's yours. All right, you all. God bless you. I love you. Just so you know, right? You're a part of me. You're a part of my community. Whatever you might need, question, thought, comment. Right? Once you've graduated, you have access to our after care program, which is our replanting pop men and the pop women. So women. Right? Men, come on, let's keep growing together. Right? And even though we're hard on you, you also know that we love you.
That's right. And
we ain't going nowhere and we ain't scared. Mm-hmm. Or you owe your mama. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might look all straight-laced, but don't get it twisted. All right? All right. I love you all. Come on up, Jesse. Come on up. You're welcome.